Life inside the music box ain't easy. The melody, the gears are always turning.
I started actually in my own middle school. My teachers would have me sing like one-liners, little things, but I didn't really think I was good until later on when they encouraged me to keep on going.
I've been singing publicly for a long time. I want to say since I was about 5. I started in church and school and just kind of went from there, and now it's going to be my career, hopefully.
Middle school. I started in, I think, Bye Bye Birdie in 6th or 7th grade.
I did chorus in middle school, so I'm sorry, that's earlier than 9th grade. I did choruses, vocal ensembles, which is a smaller group, and I've also done praise bands and other bands with my friends.
Since middle school, since about like 7th grade, I had my first solo.
Publicly? Just public, mean like in front of my family? Like since I was like 3, probably.
I started in choir in 4th grade, so like 4th to 11th grade. I was singing in the choir, and then in my high school, or in my school, and then from 9th to 12th grade, I took voice lessons and was singing at just like different performances or chapels or church or different things like that.
I knew that the larynx has the vocal cords around it somewhere.
Like speech and singing, it's where air has to come from your diaphragm and pass your larynx and reach your vocal cords so you can make sounds and make music.
Well, the larynx is like the main event when you're singing, and when you're speaking or doing anything, like it's what makes the sound happen.
I've never had any issues with like notes or like my voice like hurting or anything like that.
At times it would get sore, or I could feel it was kind of overworked.
When you sing a lot, it just tends to, like after you sing like a couple hours, your voice tends to like move up in range, and so you end up sounding like a girl sometimes because you sing too much. No, not really.
Yeah, like if you overuse your voice, you know, you're gonna have problems with vocal cords connecting each other too harshly.
Correctly. I think if you sing in a healthy way, then it's not dangerous at all. But if you overuse it and do it in a bad way, then it can be really dangerous. You can have some serious issues. I'm going to say that's partially true.
Fact, just because most choir teachers always like urge us to drink water for some reason. So I'm gonna guess that's true.
Fact? Okay.
Fact.
I don't think it's one of the worst things. I think it's bad, but it's not one of the worst. So I guess I'm in.
That's definitely true.
Facts?
Fact.
Myth.
Ooh.
Fact.
Myth?
Fact. I mean, I want to say fact, but I'm wrong. It's probably a myth. Fact.
That's definitely like true. I don't know if it's like scientifically true, but like I would say that's true.
I feel like that's like a placebo type thing when they tell you it's supposed to work, and then it's kind of like psychological, but singers do it. So I'm gonna go with myth.
I use honey sometimes. but I don't really think it soothes it. I think it just, I don't know.
That's what I use, so I'm gonna say fact.
I said fact.
Myth.
Myth.
Because you're not supposed to like drink. I know my choir teacher is like never drink milk before using an ice cream and milk and okay whatever. So
Fact.
Fact. Fact. I will definitely take into consideration the different foods I'm eating to make sure that my throat is maintaining its health and that I am singing to the best of my ability with the best diet.
I will also attempt to practice and warm up at the same time every day.
To be a good singer, I think you really have to focus on trying to be something of an athlete. So I think a lot of it's about eating healthy and like being fit and like breathing well.
The untrained versus trained. It was just interesting to see because when I was growing up, my course teacher always told us to tilt our head to hit those high pitches. And I guess it was never disproved by other course teachers. They just told us about the diaphragm and coming from behind and landing the notes. So it was interesting to see the kind of like disprove that you shouldn't do that, or like that's kind of more untrained type of tactic.
Yeah, definitely learn about the right ways to sing it, because I think a lot of people go into it not really knowing how to use their voice correctly, and it can really be damaging.
I would say definitely like finding a good vocal coach. Not everyone needs to be trained. Like some people just kind of intrinsically know what to do.
Lots of people start out in like church groups, so maybe start singing in a group so it's not as scary, and just kind of take a risk and go for it. It's a lot of fun, and you'll feel good about yourself afterwards. Probably.
Breathing properly is key to success when you're singing. You can't hit the notes properly. You can't hit. Your range is limited when you're not singing through your diaphragm. So if you're not singing your low notes through your diaphragm, and you're not singing your high notes through your diaphragm, you are not utilizing your instrument completely. So.
And for someone who is interested in getting involved in singing, I would say just to like not be afraid and just to go for it and get involved. A lot of universities and schools have choirs, or most of them do, choirs and a cappella groups and community groups, and so there's a ton of ways to get involved. You just have to put yourself into a situation. It's lots of fun.
Sing, 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 and make music.